welcome to Points of View. There's a couple of fresh boob comments posted since the last episode. The first one was left by a boob named Kelly Giz on the Global Warming Problems episode. Quote, another science lesson from someone who doesn't understand science, or the definition of politically correct. I'm sure you had fun with this, but it's pretty sadly researched. Unquote. Well, since it's plain that you can't possibly have any idea what I do or do not understand about science, I have to discount that part of your comment as the blatherings of a boob who simply doesn't agree with the point of view expressed in the show, reacting by trying to sound superior with an unfounded declaration in which you attempt to sound like some kind of authority about my level of understanding. As for the definition of politically correct, that would be where people alter previously existing language in an effort to keep from offending some group, usually to the point of total absurdity. A good example is, while it is an unfortunate reality that it's a really bad idea for a white guy to walk down certain inner city streets at night, it's politically incorrect to point out exactly what person or group makes this evening stroll such a bad idea. This applies to global warming in that it's been called that for many years. It is now being referred to by the politically correct term of climate change because of the fact that a growing number of people consider global warming to be a steaming crock of crap. Since one boob deserves another, Mandangalo18 left a boob comment on that same episode in which they said, quote, it makes me lol when laymen try to debunk legitimate science, unquote. Well, I'm glad you got a good laugh out of it. However, I guess you didn't bother to check the link that were provided in the description of that episode. Also, if you think global warming is legitimate science, then I've got a bridge in New York I think you'd just love to own. Meanwhile, on the lighter side of things, there's an email going around with a story about a conversation between the Obamas and Oprah on Air Force One, which is the basis for this little dramatization.
You know, I could throw a $1,000 bill out the window right now and make somebody really happy.
Well, I could throw out 10 $100 bills out the window and make 10 people real happy. Well, that being the case, I could throw 100 $10 bills out the window and make 100 people very happy.
Huh. Listen to those big shots back there. I could throw them all out the window and make 56 million people real happy.
Just when you thought it was safe to watch the news again, Tiger Woods is back in the public eye. This time with his official apology for the whole adultery mess. President Obama nicely summed up most people's opinion of Tiger Woods and his apology in this brief statement.
He's a jackass.
In other news, there is a disturbing trend affecting U.S. wildlife. This Montana black bear, nicknamed Bearack Obearma, is a prime example of animals that were formerly self-sufficient, showing signs of membership in the Democratic Party. They are learning to sit and wait for the government to step in and provide for their care and sustenance. Finally, the Center for Disease Control has issued a warning about a new virulent strain of sexually transmitted disease. This disease is contracted through dangerous and high-risk behavior. This disease is called gonorrhea lectum, pronounced gonorrhea lectum. Many victims contracted this disease in 2008 after having been screwed for the past 2 years. Naturalists and epidemiologists are amazed at how destructive this disease has become since it is easily cured by voting out all incumbents. So, if you've been screwed by politicians, and who hasn't, be sure to vote out the incumbents next November. This country very much needs a real change. That's my point of view. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and tune in next Thursday for another edition of Points of View.